What's up, friends? Sorry for the delay that I didn't do a video last week. It was a whole big story. I'm gonna try and put something out still. I needed a break. I needed a break from editing. But it is a bright sunny day. Skylar is here dropping off his wheels because it is drift prep week. We have the first event, Salt City Drift, happening this Saturday. And cars are coming in, we're getting them aligned, we're getting wheels getting ready to go. The IS is in the back, getting ready to get the alignment today. Everyone's already breaking down tires in the back. So it's a good week. Unfortunately, it's not gonna stay nice and sunny. We're expecting some snow on Friday, so the track might be a little wet on Saturday, but that's just part of the game. So, all right, today we're gonna align the car, mount up some tires, and get some lunch. See you soon. Okay, so a little background real quick for Hayden. He is one of the main tire changers for Race Treads. Race Treads is who does all the tire changing and provides a lot of the tires, if not all the tires, for Formula Drift. They also do Grid Life and some other exhibition events as well. So he will bust around 250 to 300 tires in a single weekend on like an FD weekend. And that's like Pro Spec FD, the practice from Thursday up to the main event on Saturday. So if you're ever out at an event and you see old boy over there, be sure to give him a like. Give him a like, Jesus Christ. Be sure to give him some love. All right, everybody. First big drive of the car. Not big drive. We're gonna pull it out, pull it in, but this is the first time it's gonna move under its own power with the new motor, or the rebuild motor, refresh motor, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I swore. How does it feel? Feels good. The clutch is really like, I don't know if I need to clean it, but it's very sticky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hear it?
Does it have good content though?
Yeah, like there's first, letting off a little, letting off a little, letting off a little more.
Yeah.
So that's like,
might just be that it hasn't gotten used in a while.
well, we're getting down to the last finishing touches here. Still got to do the hydro. That's going to happen later in the week. Still got to do alignment. That's going to happen in the week as well. So right now, I'm going to get this passenger seat bolted in. I traded that red Bride that I had. It was way too small. Way too small. I mean, nobody could fit in it. I could barely fit in it. I'm not saying I'm a small guy, but I could barely fit in it. So this one's going to be much more comfortable, so that way I can take a broad range of people that can come and go for a nice little ride. So that's what I'm doing here, just mocking this up. Yeah. Let's give her a little test run. What? Oh.
10 people come out of the woodwork and be like, hey, can you work on my car?
I don't know why.
Yes.
This feels pretty good. So I guess that's it. I guess that's it. I guess that's right. We're gonna run it. This thing is ready for some ride-alongs. So if anybody's ready, hop on in. I got it set up pretty tight, but it's ready. We're gonna go party this weekend. All right, so we're doing the rear alignment on this. I have no idea the information that Hayden's thrown at me. All I know is I got to get it to a certain number. Basically, everything was off. Like I said, when you're putting new suspension parts on it, try and get it as close to factory as possible before just throwing it on there. The reason why is this rear tire is off by a few degrees, so we're just trying to get it back into the ballpark of things, and then at that point we can start doing a little bit more on the alignment. The toe we're not going to really mess with very much because I don't have adjustable toe right now, so we're going to leave that one alone. Basically, we're just trying to get my camber to 0 or negative, no, it's a negative and a half. Basically, you're not going to learn anything from me on this video. You're just going to watch me just move shit around a lot. You're going to watch. Yep.
We're getting in the ballpark.
We're getting in the ballpark. So we need this to go to, because this only goes to 90, so we need this to go to 90, and then it starts counting down, so we're trying to get it to 89.2, and then, magical numbers and things, magical numbers. Pretty good. You can see a negative 0.6, negative 0.7. We wanted that to try to be at 5, so that's pretty darn good for just kind of, making quick adjustments on it. Now, next, we're gonna try for our toe. I want the toe to be as close to 0 as possible. In case anybody doesn't really know for like car stuff, this would be like toe. That's toed in, toed out, right? Right now, the rears are super toed in. So trying to get it to be toed out. My whole thing for this car, for this alignment, this drift alignment, is I want it to be, I want good consistent tire wear. That's basically all I want. I don't want to have any of those cars that you see where like half of the inside of the tire, because they have so much aggressive camber, gets weared out. I want the whole tire to wear out. So I'm getting every single penny and dollar worth out of my tires. So when these come off, hopefully on Saturday, they'll be nice and flat. So that's what I'm gonna try and do now and go from there. So had to put the old spectacles on because I can't see it. I'm gonna be underneath the car, trying to look all the way up here to see what these toe numbers are. Sorry, that was thrust and toe. See, that's why I have my glasses on. So we're gonna try to get these as close to 0 as possible. Let's go underneath the car, show you what I'm gonna be doing. So, from underneath, so can't really see it. Maybe you can in the camera. That is toe. Right now it's up. We're gonna try and get it down to here. That should push it out. Same thing with that side as well. So right here is what we're after. So that way I can get that toe to go in. All right, so you know what the numbers are now. Let's go ahead and throw that back up on the screen. You can see what it is. And now we'll start adjusting toe and see where we end up. All right, so we got the rear as close as we can pretty much get it for right now. I learned my lesson. If you're gonna be buying suspension components, also get toe arms, because we can't adjust any of the toe in the rear without adjustable toe arms because they are on stocks and it's just not working. So next, I'm gonna be working on front toe. So underneath here, it's gonna be right up in here. This is what I'm after. Again, sorry that it's dark in here, but this is what we're working with. So at the end of it, that's pretty much as best as we're gonna get it, I think, right now, until I get a couple more suspension components. But for right now, this is gonna get us driving this weekend. Camber is pretty much maxed out on the front and got pretty good gap now. But you know what? That gap is just fine. I don't think we need to worry. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good camber. Funny enough, on these Megans, it looks like you can actually switch the top, what do you want to call it, the top hat or something like that. If you switch it, you can actually get more camber out of it. So we might do that later when we get the road toe arms. But I also need to get either different tires or different wheels, sorry, or over fenders. One of the two needs to happen. I'm thinking wheels. I think that might be a little bit cheaper, and then we'll do over fenders later on down the road. So that's where we're at right now. So this is what I wanted to show y'all. Let me turn my camera on real quick. So these Megan uppers, right? So if you look on the back side here, if you I can get the camera right. So you see how it's that indentation? We're thinking if we flip those around, right? So instead of it being this way in there, if we flip it this way, then we will actually be able to get a little more angle out of it in the future. So kind of a neat thing that we noticed. But again, the big focus next is rear toe arms and fitment so that I'm not scraping and hitting into the car. Real quick, gotta take a second here, and I don't want anybody to think that this is like a bragging moment, but it's just me being humble for what's being given to me at the moment. Hanging out here in my buddy's shop late at night, you know, wife has been super cool about me staying here late. Doors are open and it's nice weather. It's Utah, so we got a damn storm coming in here soon. But I mean, you know, it's drift prep week. You know, we got drift cars being dropped off around the shop next door. There are a bunch of Euro guys. They're here, they're hanging out, having beers. And it's just got me just grateful for everything, just loving it. Winter can be such a hard time for all of us, being stuck inside cold garages all day and huddled around a heater, doors shut, you never see daylight or anything like that, even though it's nighttime right now, but it's nice outside is what I'm getting to. And it's just like, it's nice. It's nice, and this is It's gonna be a good summer, my friends. I hope it's gonna be a good summer for all of us, including you. I know we got some weird stuff going on in the world right now, but you know what? You just gotta ignore that. Stick to yourselves and the ones that you love. Like I say it all the time. I got it from a boss of mine. Jake, you're getting a little shout out here. Love the one that you're with. And I think that just goes for no matter what you're doing in life, wherever you are. Just be happy, love the person that you're with at that moment. Like if it's a friend that you're hanging out with, if it's your significant other, kid, whoever, just make the most of that time because we don't have a lot of it. And anyways, I'm getting preachy. I'm completely sober, by the way, too. I'll throw that in there real quick. But you know, I'm grateful and I'm loving this. So anyway, for the car, we got to finish up a little bit of the stuff on the IS300. I might take it for a little drive. It is registered, so don't think I'm doing anything illegal. Don't do anything illegal, kids. I'm not condoning that. But I need to throw some Loctite on the upper control arms. Hayden, Hey Dog here, says that they do tend to get loose on these IS300s for some reason. So little recommended thing, I'm gonna break those nuts loose, throw Loctite on there, tighten it right back up, put it back down on the ground. I might throw the new treads on there because we want to see how the fitment is with it, and if we need to make any coilover adjustments, and then maybe take it for a little street drive, you know, a little night street drive. I got one working headlight, that's enough. License, registered, and insured. Okay, real quick to reiterate a point. So, as Hayden said, if you're gonna put control arms, anything suspension-wise on your car, try and get it as close as possible. Not to shame the person, I doubt that he'll ever see this, but this is why.
No, just pay me to install the stuff.
Or yeah, just pay him to
It's a
install.
little bit more money, but it's easier on both of us.
Yeah.
This thing's wacky, dude. It's like 6 degrees to tow out.
Yeah.
I gotta pull this in just. We couldn't even push it.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say too. Is we couldn't get this car to start for a minute, and we almost had to resort to pushing it, and
Then we couldn't.
we couldn't push. We couldn't push it. Yeah. So that's what we're meaning, and that's something I learned too. If you're gonna do it, pay the professional to put them on. If you put them on yourself, just get it close.
It'll be a little bit more for install, but it makes your alignment cheaper, and it makes my life so much nicer.
So much nicer.
But it is what it is. Everybody's trying to save money, so.
It's true, yeah, and it's not to it's not to shame the person or anything like that. It's just to reiterate a point.
Nothing on him. This is just across the board.
Yep. So, anyways, on that note too, look at that, drift cars galore in the garage. Like I said, it's
Honda Pilot.
And a Honda Pilot. It's prep week for the drift event, so
Everybody's blowing me up right now.
everybody's yep. Week before, everybody tries to get an alignment in. Okay, hoping to get this one edited tomorrow to you folks. Other than that, we're gonna close up shop and go home. It's almost midnight. It's 5 minutes to midnight. So, love the one that you're with. Like, comment, subscribe. This weekend, Saturday, you're gonna see all the good stuff. We're going drifting, except for Hayden. Hayden's not going.
The triumphant.
He's gonna come.
The triumphant finale.
The triumphant finale. The triumphant finale of the Lincoln 182. All right, love y'all. See you later. Mwah.